Hi, welcome back to Through Nicky's Lens. I am Nicky and I'm here today with another video for you. Based on the title of this video, I want to talk to you about two programs that you can apply for a nomination from BC PNP without actually registering to get an invitation to apply for that nomination. The two streams that you can apply for a nomination from the province without having to register for an invitation to apply are the Health Authority stream as well as the International Postgraduate stream. The things that I want to talk to you about today are the eligibility requirements for the two streams, and I will take you through what the process is to apply directly for a nomination without registering to get an invitation to apply. The platform will look a little bit different than if you initially registered to get an invitation to apply. So let's get into the video. So we are on the BC PNP platform, and in an instance where you don't already have an application, you will start a new case. In my situation, I already had an application with for the Skills Immigration, that's the international graduate stream, and I withdrew my application after it was being processed. So you will start a new case, and the information will be generated in your profile information will be generated in this new case. So the two options that you have is the skills immigration and the entrepreneur immigration categories. In this skills immigration stream, you have the express entry BC stream or the non-express entry stream. And it says specifically that this is not valid for federal express entry. So the international postgraduate stream as well as the health authority stream are the two that we will be focusing on, and I will go through the eligibility requirements for both streams so that you have an understanding. So the stream requirements for the international postgraduate stream is to have an IRCC Express entry profile number, a job seeker identification code that indicates that you meet the criteria for one of the federal economic immigration programs under Express entry, a master's or doctoral degree received within the past 3 years in an eligible program of study from a post-secondary institution in British Columbia, valid English or French language proficiency test results, if applicable. Provide evidence of your eligibility and intent to live, work, and economically establish in BC. Let us click on the Health Authority stream and the program requirements. Similar to the previous one, an IRCC Express entry profile number, a job seeker validation code that indicates you meet the requirements for federal express entry under the economic immigration program, an offer of an indeterminate full-time employment from a public health authority in BC in any occupation. You could also already be working in such a job, or you meet the requirements for physicians, nurse practitioners, or midwives, meet education, training, experience, or qualifications outlined by the health authority, valid English or French language proficiency test results if they're applicable. Wage from the job offer meets or exceeds the minimum family income requirements, and have or be eligible for legal immigration status in Canada. So that means that if you're in Canada and you have a work permit, or you are outside of Canada but you're eligible for a legal immigration status in Canada, and to prove that you intend to live, work, and economically establish in British Columbia. So, since we're on the health authority stream, let's just confirm that you qualify for the stream and you only apply if you qualify. Okay, so once you get to this page, it basically populates your personal details. So, what I was saying before is that if you do not qualify for the stream, I would not encourage you to go ahead and submit an application. You would apply and you will get a refusal once you don't meet the eligibility requirements, and then that will be a part of your immigration history and something that you will always have to declare when you're applying for any immigration processes in Canada. So let's proceed. 8 tabs at the top are the 8 parts of the application. So in the applicant step, if I scroll down, you will see my personal information. So I made notes and they have several parts of the applicant page. And your personal information is the first part, and it asks you for your name. So your first name, your last name, your middle name, your date of birth. It asks also for your passport details, which include your passport number, your issue date, your expiration date, country, and so forth. Your contact information, which is your phone and email information, your residential address, your intended place of residency, which you should indicate your city, your current or previous applications that you would have submitted for BC PNP, as well as to the federal government for study permits, visitor visas, PR, and so forth. So you have to declare all of that. And if you have had any refusals, your express entry information, which is your profile number, date of submission of your express entry profile, your job seeker validation code, your comprehensive ranking score, that is your overall score in express entry, your knock code, and your associated job title that you utilize as your main knock and job title for your express entry profile, and your current status in Canada, which is if you're a student, if you're a worker. I don't remember if student is an option, but I know worker is an option. And if it is that you're outside of Canada, then you will indicate that information. So under education, you would put in information about your secondary education that you have, your post-secondary education in British Columbia, and your post-secondary education outside of Canada. So you'll fill in all the necessary details there. Your work experience. Do you have work experience in the past 10 years? You indicate yes. It asks you for your job title, your NOC code, the 5 digits, from which period to what period, or if you're currently in the job, you would select present, and it puts in today's date, your full-time or part-time job hours. You will indicate which is applicable to you, and your company information, company phone number, your company's website and address, country, and your job responsibilities. And you will add a job if you have multiple work experience in the past 10 years. We are about halfway through the video, and I want to encourage you to like the video, to share it with someone that might be interested in getting some more information about getting a nomination from a province, as well as subscribe to my channel so that you can get more information about the various immigration processes and programs that might be available to you. It will also ask you about information about your family. So your spouse or common law partner, are you currently married or in a common law relationship? Your dependent children. So if you say yes, then it will expand and you fill in their information there. The same thing about your dependents. If you have dependents, it will ask you for their information, and you can add a dependent child. How many family members in the application? Because I selected that I have a spouse, I selected that I have a child. It's 3 people in the application, including you. You would have to put in information about your parents, your parent 1, which you could put your mother as 1 and your father as 2, your sibling information, and if you say yes, it will populate and you put in the necessary information for your siblings and other family members in Canada. And any family member at all that you have in Canada, you put this in. It's not like in the express entry profile, which where you get points for directly like family that are close to you, like an aunt, an uncle, a sister, a mother or father. They didn't specify what family members you should put here. So any family members at all you have in Canada, you put their information there. Just to give you an idea, they want to know about their name, their gender, their relationship, the province or territory that they live in, as well as their immigration status, so citizen, worker, student, and so forth. And you just type what your relationship is. Your job offer, you would need to put in information, which health authority is your employer, and you put that in. If it's since the international postgraduate stream doesn't require for you to have a job offer, you wouldn't need to put any information, I believe, about a job offer, because you don't need a job offer for that stream. So you put the information in. It asks you with which health authority. So First Nations Health Authority, Qualified Midwife Practice Group, Province Healthcare, Provincial Healthcare Services Authority, Vancouver Coastal Health Authority, Northern Health Authority, Island Health Authority, Interior Health Authority, and Fraser Health Authority. So which of the health authority that you work with, you select, you put in the specific information, your employer contact, your job offer details, work location, and so forth. Your language, you indicate, have you completed a test in English? You say yes. You put which of the tests, indicate CELPIP, and you put the date of signing. That's the date that's on the report, the score for listening, reading, writing, speaking, your registration number, and the PIN that's on the document as well. And it asks if you have a valid language for French, and you indicate which one and put the necessary details. I'll just do this one, TEF, the date of the session, listening, reading, writing, speaking, and your attestation, I guess, number. Attachments, you put in your express entry candidacy information, and you'll get a correspondence from IRCC once your express entry profile is accepted and you're in the pool. So you put that information there, that document there. Information about your records, immigration records. Are you currently living in Canada? Yes or no? Whatever document that shows your status in Canada. Your biographical page of your passport, current photograph, driver's license if required for your job. Was your work permit issued as a result of a positive LMIA? If it's yes, you attach that document, your language results, and it's applicable based on the requirements of the stream. Did you claim points for language proficiencies in English and French? And you select yes or no, and you attach that document. Your current resume. Does your position require post-secondary education or other training? You select yes or no. And based on that answer, you select your diploma, degree, etc. The information about your spouse. Do you have a spouse or common law partner, and you would indicate the health authority information. So employer declaration form completed by your employer, your recommendation letter from your employer, and your signed job offer letter. That's a letter that you would have gotten from your employer when they offered you the employment, and you would have signed it. And you submit. I won't go too far because I believe my name is down there. So you basically read the declaration, you check the box, and you hit submit and submit your application.
Thank you so much for making it through Nikki's Lens, and I'll see you in my next video.